Hello everybody, good evening and welcome to That's Football. How are we all doing? We're live for another Carabao Cup semi-final watch-along. It's the first leg this time. Chelsea obviously in the final. We know that from last night, but not the case in this first semi-final, first leg between Arsenal and Liverpool. Looking forward to it. Hope you are all as well. And I think it's going to be a very interesting game, not only because I think Liverpool would normally be the favourites at Anfield, but obviously they don't have Mane, they don't have Salah, which is, a big loss for any team. So lots to get involved with. I do appreciate the fact that it's not 1-0 to Chelsea and that, but I thought, you know what, do they want me to go live or do they want me to be accurate? And I can be accurate while I'm live. It will literally take me a minute or so to do it. But I hope we're doing well. We're going to go straight into the team news. Thanks everybody who's watched my latest upload on the Goldbridge channel. Goldbridge reacts to the woman who's addicted to paint. I just enjoyed doing something a little bit different. And if you want to check that out, you can do that through the community page, or you can just search it yourself, or it's on my Twitter feed. That's correct. Let's just change the scores to 0-0. And yabba dabba do. How are you? We're going. Yeah, I loved it yesterday as well. We did the. What did we do yesterday? Oh, yeah, we did top 4 combined 11. Today we're going to do a National League. No, we're not. At half time today, we're going to do, unless it's the best game the world's ever seen, which it probably won't. Well, hopefully it'll be good, but I don't think it'll be the best game the world's ever seen. What we're going to do today at lunchtime is a current. Lunchtime, half time. We're going to do a current World 11. So a World 11 based on current form. So we'll do that at half time. This game kicks off in about 13 minutes time. So yes, looking very much forward to it. And I'll give you the team news. Do I think Arsenal will win? I think they've got a chance. I mean, I don't know. I need to look at the team and analyse it properly. I think they've got a chance. I'm not going to be dismissive of it and say no. But I think that Arsenal would love to win something this season. And I think that you're one game you're one game away from the final, and I mean I don't know. The honest answer is I don't know. I don't know whether I think Arsenal will win this. They're such a difficult team to grasp, and I think even Arsenal fans know that they are progressing, but are they progressing fast enough to win this? I mean, you can look at the two teams. Alisson in goal, Trent, Matip, Van Dijk, Robertson. That's a very strong Liverpool back five. Henderson, Fabinho, Milner is a strong midfield. And then Minamino, Jota and Firmino. I mean, look, that's Liverpool without Salah and Mane, potentially weak. But their defence midfield is strong and they've still got Jota and Firmino. So, yeah, there's a vulnerability to Liverpool. But is it that big? And then you compare it to Arsenal, which is Ramsdale, Suarez, White, Gabriel Cherney, Lokonga, Xhaka, Saka, Lacazette, Martinelli and Nketiah. I was not impressed with Nketiah and Martinelli against Forest at the weekend. And I think, actually, Liverpool will probably win this. And I think they'll win it maybe 2-0, maybe even more. So I actually don't expect Arsenal to take advantage of a situation where there is no Salah, there is no Mane, because I just don't think... Probably quite similarly to last night, actually. I think I do sense that there was an air of opportunity for Spurs against Chelsea as well. I think there was an opportunity there, and it just never materialised, did it? So I don't personally think that that Arsenal will be able to do it either, because ultimately they're playing up against the team that's got lots of options, even when they lose two big players. And I suppose this is where Arsenal and Tottenham are, and I may well take it as a an encouragement for Manchester United, because although we are really bad at the moment, and we are really bad at the moment, we have got a big squad. Arsenal and Spurs lose a couple of big players and they're in trouble, aren't they? Hi Mark, I love your videos. Keep it up. You're my favourite YouTuber. Liverpool win tonight, says Jensen. Thank you very much. And like I say, big shout out to everyone who watched my new video on my channel. I've got some big plans for my channel this year. It's my therapy channel really, and I've got some good ideas for 2022, and hopefully, God willing, they'll come off. This does not look like a team that had to close their training ground last week. Liverpool are a disgrace, as 58 go. Well, look, I don't know the politics of that, mate. I don't know the politics around that. Maybe that was Liverpool's biggest opportunity, to be fair. Sorry, let me just send this message. But, the situation is the situation. I think a lot of games have been cancelled recently. Tonight. Pap. Okay. Favourite paint, Mark? If you know, you know. Evening, Mark. Hope you had a good day. Ordered some Sneak. It's amazing. Please use the code SneakBridge if you do. I'm on mine tonight, actually. I've still got some left. Thoughts on Dyche losing Wood? Well, I'll tell you this. What's the story? Not morning glory for me anymore. I've lost my Wood. I'm never going to get it back. Viagra, porn. I'll never get it back. I'm never getting Wood back. That's all I've got to say. Blueberry Sneak. Blue. I can't remember what it's called. Blue Raspberry. That's what it's called, isn't it? Is it paint in the Sneak bottom? Oh, God. I despair at some people. I really do. I mean, hopefully a lot of it's just staged. You know what? You forced me now onto a Strepsil because I've got a bit of a bad chest anyway. And unless he gets the Newcastle job, Sean Dyche, yeah. FIFA highlights will be out tomorrow, Cohen's. Mark, are you tired? Yes, I am. I'm very tired today. Yeah. We love the Goldbridge box idea. Have you heard of MCFC, lads? No. I'm all right, Naveed. I'm all right. Who am I rooting for? No. Not really. Look, I just enjoy watching football. Sometimes I'll watch a football game and I don't need to have a favourite to win. I just enjoy the game. So I think that's the sort of mood I'm in tonight. Just appreciate the game and hopefully we get entertained. Yeah. If you like the hoodie, Sarab, you can get it. They do ship them worldwide. It's on the United Stand Shopify page. They are still available. Mine's personalised with CR7 on it, but that's not on the normal ones. Eric Bay to AC Milan, says JLS Gaming. I don't know. I was just going to think, actually, they are still live on the United Stand, aren't they? I think they were talking about Donny's loan deal, which I was looking at earlier, and United still wanting a midfielder, which is true. About 2 years ago, somebody posted a video of a guy going mad about Man United losing a game. Now I watch him every day. Got to say, Mark, that you're a legend, says Matteo Red Devil. Thank you very much, pal. Hopefully those days are behind me one way or the other. I think even if United are crap from now on, I just don't know that I'd ever go back to those days. You live and learn, but also, it's what I've always said about Arsenal, funnily enough. I never understood. At the start, I understood why Arsenal fans used to overreact about losing. But what I've witnessed with United is that the more you lose, the more you realise. It's like, look, when we played against Villa on Monday night, I didn't think we were very good. This is a message for everyone. It's not just United fans. I didn't think we were very good. And I think on a different day, Villa probably deserved to win that game. But we won it. You take it. You win when you're playing badly, etc. Cliche. But there was a lot of bad things about United's performance. But I never really got angry because I've realised we're just not good enough. That's why we've not been near a title in 10 years. And I think in the first few years, you spend a lot of time going, we're Manchester United, we should be doing better. And I think now, I'm like, we're Manchester United, we should be doing better, but that squad's not good enough to win a title. So, hopefully I won't be getting as angry anymore. But I never understood that with Arsenal fans as well, the way they just, go into like panic and rage when they lose a game of football. because ultimately they've just not been good enough for a very long time. And the cold, harsh facts are Liverpool, Chelsea and Man City are miles ahead of every other club in the Premier League. And there's no point moaning until you start getting into that equation yourself. And there's a long way to go. A long way to go. And in fact, actually, I just wanted to bring this in as well, because I know that we've got a lot of people who are not necessarily... well, it doesn't matter who you support, actually. There's a lot going on around United at the moment, around the situation with regards to, you know, if a player wants to leave, everyone says stuff like, well, you know, it's disrespectful to the club, you know, it's an honour to play for this club, and if you don't like it, get out. That's basically what they're saying. They want to leave. Don't understand it, you know, don't understand it. I mean, I would say about, I mean, I'm sure Liverpool fans, Arsenal fans would agree with me on this, Chelsea fans as well. If you've got a player at your club who's not pulling their weight, you want them out the club. If you've got a player in your club that wants to leave, well, yeah, they want to leave. There's no point in having a bloody big moan about it unless the club are going to try and force them to stay, like we are with Pogba. But yeah, I think deal with things on a case-by-case basis. I mean, we've had it with Dean Henderson today that apparently really wants to leave, and he stormed out of training because he didn't get picked in the FA Cup game. Look, he'll probably get a bit of a fine if United are pissed off about it, but ultimately he wants to play football, and he's not playing football at United. So I don't see what the fallout point is, really. But, you know, each to their own, I suppose. We are about 4 minutes away from kick-off. At half-time, we're going to do a current World 11, which I'm looking forward to doing. We did it yesterday and really enjoyed that. So we'll be doing a current World 11. Mark, that addiction video today was amazing, says Brett. Well, I'm going to try and do more of them because I really did enjoy it, and I you know, I enjoyed it. It's just getting off my arse and doing stuff like that, really. I do like doing them, so yeah. What's going on there then? All right, okay. Second leg. I was just trying to find out. I'm terrible at this. I take it the second leg is next week, is it? Second leg next week? Any confirmation on that? It is 2 legs, I know that. But is it second leg next week? Somebody let me know. Is it normal to be addicted to sniffing paint? I have the problem with petrol and paint, says Geese. I think when I was younger, I used to quite like the smell of like Tipex and petrol. You grow out of it. Mark, can you buy a pint of Durex? You see, I'm getting all the jokes now. People, if you've got to be in the, if you know club really now to understand what's going on. It's a video I put out today on my channel. Second leg is next week. Yes, I think it's next Thursday as well, isn't it? So United playing next Thursday, next Wednesday. So we'll have a few watch-alongs for you next week, which would be good. Let's get that off. Hi Mark, I love your content. I genuinely hate Manchester United and any of the rivals to the best team in the world, Southampton, but love your work, mate, says Shum. Well, that's the whole point of this channel, Shum. That's the whole point of That's Football. I spent a lot of my life watching football, Manchester United, but if Man United aren't playing, I'd watch Liverpool, Arsenal. You know, I've always watched lots of other football, so that's what That's Football's all around. So you're very welcome on the channel, and please subscribe. Bottom right hand corner, we're getting close to 605,500, so bottom right hand corner to subscribe, get involved. We're doing Chelsea Man City on Saturday lunchtime at 12:30, and then the North London derby on Sunday afternoon. I cannot wait. Some really good weekend of football, actually. I feel like it's a bit of a hat trick for me personally, and I'm sure many people will feel the same, because Chelsea Man City will be a great game on Saturday lunchtime. Even if it's not a great game, it's like the battle between the two managers. I think Tuchel against Pep is always very interesting. We've then got Man United Villa on Saturday evening, which I'll be doing on United Stand. I think that's going to be a very interesting game as well. I've said it on my preview today. I don't think United are going to win. And then Sunday, this North London derby that's got so much riding on it. So some fantastic games this weekend. Make sure you subscribe and get involved. You are the best entertainer, Mark. Love you, says Bower. Well, look, I'm nothing without you lot, so thank you very much. Yes. Need Fellaini back at United, Mark. Has anyone been watching the Book of Boba Fett, by the way? I think it's hit and miss. You know, I don't want to be controversial for controversial's sake, but I do think it's a little bit hit and miss. I'm a big fan of Star Wars, but I find it a little bit hit and miss. Anyway, we're just about to start the match. Let me get the timer up and running. Zane says, come on Arsenal. Saka hat-trick incoming. Show United fans how to play proper football. Even Ronaldo can't save them. He should join Arteta's revolution. We don't care about the FA Cup. Well, I suppose, actually, you make a good point, Zane. This is Arsenal's last chance of winning a trophy this season. Not in Europe. Not in the FA Cup. This is their last chance. I mean, Arsenal fans will say we're going to win the fourth place cup, but it isn't actually a cup. Yeah. Paint Prats. Yeah, I agree with you, RY. I love Star Wars, and I do watch Book of Boba Fett, and I thought that the second episode was actually very good, but I just think it drifts a bit. But The Mandalorian did a bit season 1, to be fair, so you know it's not bad. I just think it's a bit hit and miss. As a Liverpool fan in America, I always prefer your Liverpool watch-alongs than any other Liverpool fan channels or their dreadful American commentary. Thank you very much, Rod. Well, Arsenal got a throw in here, and cross comes in. Alisson gets fouled anyway. Are you wearing that Scottish skirt again? We saw you wear yesterday. It says Big Jugs. It's not a Scottish skirt. I don't know how to prove it, but look. It's not. It's pyjamas. It's pyjamas. Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo. I got my Scottish pyjamas on. They're not Scottish. It's not a bloody kilt. The clock is started. I've just not put it on the screen. There's an early injury here. Not to me. You might have an eye injury because I might have just visually bleached your eyes. But someone's got a bad hit. Cedric. Mark, what's your advice on being so consistent, says Seb. I mean, that's a huge question. Consistent on what? Consistent on, you know, losing to Burnley at FIFA? Consistent on going to the toilet every day at the same time? Consistent on work rate? Consistent on being on time? You know? I think anything you do is hard work. You know, anything. I think a lot of my principles come back from, and people are going to laugh about this, but you know, consistency for me is I always like to have a big. When I got home from school, no, I'm joking. I used to do a paper round. Oh, wait a minute, Liverpool are on the attack. I used to do a paper round from the age of about 11 till 16. And it was 6 days a week, Monday to Saturday, and I got Sunday off. And every morning I'd have to get up at about 6:10, get on my bike, go and get the papers, cycle for about a mile to the next village and deliver papers. And I suppose that it instills that work ethic into you, isn't it? Doesn't it? So, Zed Jamie says, Ozark starts next Friday, Mark, and I can't wait. You know what? This is really crept up on me, Ozark. I didn't think it was coming out so soon. And then on January the 26th, which is the week later, you've got The Sinner as well, season 4. So much good TV. If you started Ozark on Netflix now, I reckon you could just about blitz it and get ready for the next one. Matteo Red Devil says, what's the best goal you've ever scored, if you have one? I've scored quite a few. But sometimes it's the game you're scoring. Oh, Matip nearly got caught there by Nketiah. Arsenal have started off quite well here. Here's Xhaka on the attack. Slips it in. Alisson's got it. Afterlife tomorrow, yeah. Cobra Kai, I've watched all of that. Zayn Miati with the chat. Thank you very much. Aaron says he's going to watch Norwich on Saturday. Someone's got to. And Gabriel's just tried a back pass there, which was, I thought it was going to go in. It's gone for a corner. Don't know what he was doing there. So, early corner here for Liverpool. Arsenal have started off quite well. Remember, it's over 2 legs. I'm going to watch Afterlife, yeah. I probably won't start. I probably won't watch episode 1 until like tomorrow night because my wife likes it. So, problem I have when my wife likes a series is you can't binge watch it. You know, if I get up when Game of Thrones came out. Remember the final series of Game of Thrones, and it used to come out at like midnight on a Sunday. So I'd get up on a Monday morning, get a cup of coffee and watch it. But she'd be like, I'm not watching it till tonight. So I'd end up having to watch it twice. Can you do that Scottish dance thing again? It was hot, says Thomas. Done a super chat as well. I'm not a bloody lap dancer. You know, the super chat's not a system where you, a virtual system of slipping a tenner in my waist and I start dancing for you. Although, if times get hard, I might do it. I don't mean that type of hard. Good day, Mark. Say hi to Seb for me. Here's a good question. How many Premier Leagues, if any, would we have won if Ronaldo stayed his entire career? That's a great question, but Liverpool are on the attack. Henderson puts it out wide to Robertson. It's a lovely cross by Robertson. Ramsdale gets hold of it. It was a lovely cross, and 2 Liverpool players on the front post didn't get anything on it. They needed Goldbridge there. So if Ronaldo hadn't left Manchester United in the summer of 2009, how many titles would United have won? Well, I think that it would have won. They definitely would have won it the season that Man City won it with Aguero, because Ronaldo's goals would have took us beyond that, because that was goal difference. So that's another one for definite. Obviously, we won it with Van Persie. You look at some of the years like when Leicester won it. I think United, if Ronaldo had stayed from 2009 to now, we've won 1 title. 2 titles, actually. We won 2 titles, didn't we? I think we'd have another 3 on top of that easy. Can you do... I'm not doing the Scottish dance again. What's the code for sneak? You just use Goldbridge, mate. It doesn't knock anything off. It just helps know that that you've come from here. Favourite position, not football. Bauer, why does this chat always have to become juvenile? Good game this is so far, though. Liverpool being pressed by Arsenal high up the pitch. Arsenal clearly trying to get into this game in the first 10 minutes and not let Liverpool settle. Ozarks, Afterlife, Tragedy of Macbeth, all tomorrow, says Eric Leonard. What's Tragedy of Macbeth all about? Oh, the Tragedy of Macbeth is a film with Idris Elba in it. No, not Idris Elba. I've not heard of this film at all. I've got no idea what this is all about. I mean, now's not really the time to read about it, but well, it's not even in the cinema. It's I don't know what that's all about. Answers on a postcard for that one. Mark, what would you do if the Glazers gave you control over United's decisions for one day? Sack the Glazers, sell the club quick. I'll put it on eBay. 20-hour auction. Thoughts on Ronaldo's comments about younger players not being able to take criticism? Welcome to the modern world, Hugh. He's absolutely right. And Deitch lost his word. Scooby-Doo, slow sports news, says Vin Barra. Trent's going to pick this up. No, he's not. goes out for a goal kick. I think this Cedric's coming off for Arsenal. He doesn't fancy it. No, I don't fancy it. I don't fancy it, mate. I presume he's not English. He's me bloody hip. It's me bloody hip. I've hurt it 5 minutes ago. And I've hurt it. Bloody Robertson's hurt it again. It's me hip. Arteta, it's me hip. I can't play on. Get me off. Oh, I've hit the ground. I've just banged the ground. Piss off. Piss off. Piss off. Piss off. You look crap in that coat. He's Spanish. Well, I'm not doing that. Prediction on the North London derby, says George. I think it will be a good game. I think it's going to be, I won't be surprised if there's a red card. Do the dance for me, darling, says Mrs. Goldbridge. And I know you're a fake. Boring, boring injury break. Boring, boring injury break. Callum James is coming on. Ramsdale gets into a bit of trouble, but Henderson's won a corner. Messing around at the back. Typical Arsenal here. Milner. And that's like a foul on... I can't believe he didn't go back for a foul on Firmino. But Ramsdale smacks the ball into Henderson. It could have gone anywhere. And he ends up winning a corner, Henderson. No, it wasn't on Firmino. It was on Jota. It looked like it was a foul to me, but... Arsenal just looking a little bit dodgy at the back. Would that have been a handball on Henderson? Because the ball did hit him on the hand, on the arm, as it did. But I don't know what the rule is on that anymore. Anyway, corner to Liverpool. Whipped in. Ramsdale punches it away. Henderson picks it up on the edge. Robertson. Robertson's got it again here. Minamino puts a cross in. Oh, it's nearly flipped in for an own goal there off Ben White. It'd have been Ben Shite. How's neighbour John doing? Heard he's starting to watch your career mode, says My Big Melons. I've not heard from him since Christmas. I hope he's alright. I'll have to check in at some point. An aggressive game, this, is Malps. It has had a good intensity to it the first 15 minutes. Is Pep a better coach, not manager, than Sir Alex Ferguson, says RLK? Robertson. Another deflection, another corner. The game's not on Amazon Prime, it's on Sky, Jack. I suppose you're right. There is a coach and there is a manager. I don't know why we've got Salah on the front. Liverpool are just starting to get a bit of a head of steam here, aren't they? No discussion. Sir Alex Ferguson is better than Pep. It's facts, says Anaban. And it goes for a goal kick this time. It's 0-0. That's why it says it on the screen, Mark. You know where it says Liverpool 0 and Arsenal 0. That's a bit of a giveaway, but if you didn't really know. Do you think City will reach 13 Premier League titles before we get our next one? Imagine the pain. How many they got, Harris? City? They got 6. So, I mean, look, they're going to get another one this year, I think. The one positive about teams like Newcastle, maybe a Villa, is that if they get major investment, it's hard for City to dominate. So, maybe City will keep picking off titles, but maybe they won't do it at such a speed. I mean, people talk about City when they lose Pep, they'll drop. But what do you think will happen to Liverpool when they lose Klopp? Because Liverpool know what it's like when you don't have the right manager. You can become, it can be 30 years before you win a title again. So, I think football can move around quite quickly, can't it? Half time, we're going to do a world current 11. So get ready, get your thinking caps on. Do you think Mason is more talented than Ravel Morrison, says Vabath? I'd probably say yes, but that's only because I think the world's changed a lot from when Ravel Morrison was coming through. We know Saka's in behind here. Has he kept it in? Yes, he has. He's very wide. Puts the cross in like a Zet, and there was an offside anyway. I think with Ravel Morrison, he was a player we heard about and we saw little bits of, but with Mason Greenwood, you just get to see a lot more of the youth players now. I wouldn't say they're overexposed, but you do get to see a lot more of what they're about. And we knew about Mason Greenwood for about 2 years before he even touched the first team. So, Ravel Morrison obviously never did anything really in a United shirt. So, but he was a big talent. Matip is so underrated. I'd take him over Maguire. I do rate Matip. I think Liverpool have got 4 very good centre-backs in the sense that if you compare Gomez, Kanate, Matip and Van Dijk to United's Varane, Maguire, Jones and Lindelof, because they're trying to get rid of Bailly, there's no contest. And also, the thing about the Liverpool defenders is they're very modern defenders. They've all got recovery pace and they're all reasonable on the ball. Do you think this City team is more dominant than Man United 2007 to 2009? Says Leonardo. No, I think that United 2018 was exceptional. Rooney, Tevez and Ronaldo were unbelievable. You then still had Scholes, Carrick, Hargreaves was very good. Rio and Vidic, Van der Sar, Evra, Neville, Wes Brown. It was a good team, that was. What you doing if you come home? I don't know what that is, Fazza. James McLaren, thank you very much for the super chat there. Imagine United stand in 2008, says Tom. Mate, I'd have loved it. I'd love it. It's one of the things that keeps me going, really. I just want to be doing this. Not this. United Stand. I want to be doing United Stand when United actually win something important. I've done it when we've won the Europa League and when we won the FA Cup. Decent shot from Lacazette there from distance, but Alisson was never really in trouble. I imagine what it would be like to do it when we win a league title. It would be great. And also, that was miles over, really, that from Lacazette. It looked better than it was. I mean, I very nearly got something major on this channel. I mean, England winning the Euros would have been fantastic as well. It's a good game. I agree, Revenge. Coco. Apparently Vinicius Junior is having the season of his life. Well, this is why I say when in relation to doing a World 11, I will probably need to lean on some of you a lot because I haven't really kept an eye on some of the leagues. Do you have any hope in us getting Zakaria, and do you see Maguire being captain under Poch? Yes, I think Maguire is going to stay as the captain, Jack, unfortunately. I do believe there's a good chance United will buy a midfielder. I've said this for quite a while. and something came out tonight from The Athletic that Rangnick wants a midfielder, so watch this space. I've been saying it for a few weeks now, so let's hope it happens. Favourite ever Coventry player from the Premier League era, says Military Official. I don't know why Darren Huckabee comes to mind, but Dion Dublin was quite good for them as well. I'm trying to think of people who played for Coventry. I think you had Noel Whelan as well. I can only really think of strikers. Which rival do you hate least? For me, it's Arsenal, says Anaban. Well, I don't hate anybody for a start, but I know what you mean. Liverpool's United's biggest rival. Yeah. Who do you prefer, Rodri or Fabinho? Says Rutuj. I prefer Fabinho. Your reaction if Donny leaves on loan this month, says Salah Ahmed. I would not be surprised, mate. I don't want it to happen, but I wouldn't be surprised. It's almost like writing on the wall, isn't it? Lovely cover run by here by Matip. Deals with two Arsenal players there, Nketiah and Saka. Please do a best playing 11 outside the top 4 in the Premier League, says Vabaf. Well, we can do that, definitely. We're going to do a World 11 today, though, but we can do that. I'll write that down. You can put United players in that one. I think the fact that Liverpool don't have Salah and Mane really just give Arsenal the only chance they're going to have in this game, really. You know what, man like Sue, I was just thinking there, Matip is chasing back with Nketiah on one side and Saka on the other with a bouncing ball, and Matip dealt with it with no problems, and I did think the same thing. Imagine if that was Harry Maguire. I did think, my God, he's just got to try and boot it out as quick as he can. Smash a like, guys, says Flex47. Lampard was better than... Well, I'm not reading that. God, what year do you think it is? 2010. Lampard was better than Scholes and Gerrard. Fucking hell. Such an irrelevant chat. Like, we're in 2021. 2022. What are you talking about? In fact, if you're talking about who's better, Lampard, Gerrard or Scholes, you basically expose yourself as being at least 35. Like... And I'm over 35, but I don't talk about stuff that belongs on UK Gold. Like, it's not a topic for now. Is it? It really isn't. Lovely ball in. Ooh, decision to make. He's a red for Ben White. He's giving him a red. It's a harsh red. It's a harsh red. Red card. It's not Ben White, it's Xhaka. Oh, reputation there. That's reputational, I think. Michael Oliver, he's ruined another game. Oliver ruins another game. He's a twat. He really is a joke of a ref. He is. I don't think by the letter of the law this is a red. No. Is he the last man, though? That's what I'm thinking. I don't think it's a red. I think Ben White's going to get across. That's my point. I don't think it's a red. I think that's a reputational red card there. I really do. So Xhaka's off. Look, Liverpool fans, you're going to say it's a red card. If that happens to United, I'm going to say it's a red card. But just, you know, from the point of wanting to watch a good game of football, I am a neutral, and this game has been ruined by the fact that there's a red card. We're only 25 minutes in, and we're now going to sit and watch 70 minutes of Arsenal parking the bus at Anfield. And that's not a game of football. So apologies if you think it's a red. I haven't got a problem with you, but I make no apologies about the fact that I just want to watch a good game of football, and I'm not a Liverpool fan, I'm not an Arsenal fan, and now I'm going to watch a game of defence against attack, and that's not what I want to watch. So, and I also don't think Michael Oliver's a very good referee. I think Xhaka makes a genuine attempt to go for the ball, and I think Ben White is going to get there in time anyway. So I don't think he's the last man. I just think it's shit refereeing again from a shit ref. But I would, as a Liverpool fan, if I was one, I would say it's a red, yeah. Xhaka up to his old trick mark, he never learns, says Malps. No, I think he's got to go for that. I think he's got to try and get that. You know, letter of the law, it's probably a red card, but I disagree with the whole... He's going to make a double substitution here as well. I think he's got to go for it. I'm becoming a United Stand FC fan until the Glazers leave United. Arsenal's stellar disciplinary record continues, says Mank in Chicago. Remember, it's two legs though, so what Arteta's probably doing here is he's bringing on two defenders, Tavares and Holding, and I think, you know, pardon the pun, he's going to try and hold on with Holding to what they've got. Because if they can keep the score down and bring it back to the Emirates, that's what I mean. I think it's going to just be defence against attack now. To be fair, Oliver is probably the best out of the English bunch. Dean, Moss, Taylor and Pawson are way worse. Also, Oliver did well in our game versus Villa. I can't stand him. I think he's a crap ref, Mitts, to be honest with you. He was last man and assaulted him in the chest. Well, right, okay. I don't think he was the last man. I think Ben White was going to get across. And I don't think he did it on purpose. So it's not assault, and I don't think he was the last man. But... as I said, if I was a Liverpool fan, I would say it's a red. I get that, but I just think for the good of the game, it's shit. You've got Nketiah coming off now after 25 minutes, and there'll be somebody else coming off as well. Very disappointing that will be for him. I thought they were going to bring Tavares on as well, but I don't think they have done yet. Good point here from FGB. He says it is a red. It's a high foot, but the game is ruined. Yeah. That's what I mean. I mean, look, technically, Michael Oliver's not going to get in trouble, is he? You know, he will say it's a high foot and it's dangerous, so I've sent him off. But what I'm saying as somebody who's played the game, and I doubt Michael Oliver's played the game in his bloody life, is that ball's coming over your shoulder. If you don't try and get it, somebody's going to get through. He's tried to kick it, and he's hit the player accidentally in the chest. Off you go. I think the game has gone soft because, you know, I knew it was a red as soon as I saw it. Sometimes I wish they could give a penalty and no red for that sort of foul so the game isn't ruined. I think that's probably one of the best comments I've read in a long time, ZM. In those situations, if they don't send him off, it's a free kick on the edge of the box and Liverpool feel hard done by. It's a shame you can't just give a penalty in those circumstances and then not give a red card, because the rest of the game now becomes a red. This is not going to be any threat from Arsenal now, is there? Why are people saying, did Saka get a red? It was Xhaka got a red. Dark Fury says, isn't Michael Oliver the best ref in the Premier League? Well, apparently it's him or Anthony Taylor, which says a lot. Anthony Taylor was the referee for England at the Euros, wasn't he? Shazam! I don't think United will get top 4 at the moment, YV. Obviously, I'm really hoping that we do. I don't want another... season in the Europa. I'm a Liverpool fan. Rather see 11 versus 11, says Jack. Liverpool play better when teams are attacking them and the game is generally just more interesting. Well, that's a very grown-up point of view, Jack. I don't think some fans... I don't think fans actually think of it like that. When you see the sniff of a red card, you think, get him off, get him off. But actually, it doesn't necessarily make your game any easier. Because you're just going to play against a very deep Arsenal now, who conceivably could get a clean sheet. What are the fans singing, guys? Don't know. What do you think Harry Maguire's favourite meal is? Says Marlon Pumps. Ooh, good question. I think Harry Maguire loves pie and mash with lots of gravy. With a pint of gravy next to it, which he drinks. Because he's a proper northern lad. George Dobbin. Thank you very much for the super chat. Oliver is the best of a poor English bunch. Also, do you think Rashford will get called up for England despite form, but because of reputation? Says Cheese. Well, England haven't got a game until March, have they? So Southgate's not going to be picking his squad for 2 months. So I think if Southgate was... if Southgate was naming an England squad now, then I don't think Rashford would get in. But if Rashford is better over the next 2 months, then maybe he will get in. 32 minutes have gone in this game. I mean, it has gone quite quick. I didn't realise we'd had that long gone. The match is on Sky, Peter. Yes, it is. Who do I think is going to win the Carabao Cup? Depends who gets through, mate. Liverpool-Chelsea would be a great final. Com says, can you name any players that will be future Ballon d'Or winners? I'm not very good on that, but if anyone in the chat wants to. I'll try and name one for you in the spirit of trying to be getting involved. A young player that I think will win the future Ballon d'Or. Well... it will be very interesting when Messi and Ronaldo aren't around anymore. I think the Ballon d'Or will change a lot because I don't really feel that there's a player coming through. Well, there is no player coming through that's going to emulate Ronaldo and Messi, because Ronaldo and Messi at 20, you could see what they were. So there's no player around at the moment that's going to get anywhere near them. I think Erling Haaland's a good shout because he's a young striker who will score a lot of goals, so you'd expect him. I don't necessarily think Neymar's going to go and win a load. Maybe Mbappe. I mean, look, I'm not going to start naming English players because traditionally not many English players win Ballon d'Ors anyway. So, yeah, I think Haaland's probably a good shout. Who's going to win the Carabao Cup? Nobody cares, says Mank in Chicago. I'm sure Liverpool and Chelsea fans care. What's your thoughts on Chris Wood going to Newcastle? I hope Dyche isn't crying, says George. Well, he went because they hit the release clause, didn't they? That's probably one of the things we never predicted for 2022. Somebody's going to pay the release clause for Wood. The FA should get on the phone to Michael Massey. He might have a few ideas on how to make this match exciting again, says Matthew Paul. I'd be very happy if Marcus Rashford won a Ballon d'Or, Michael, but I'd be very, very surprised. At half time, we're going to do a current World 11. Looking forward to it. Last night we did a combined 11 from the current top 4 in the Premier League. It was very enjoyable. We're going to do a current World 11 combined at half time. Do I think Newcastle will stay up? Well, they shouldn't stay up, but the reason they've got a good chance of staying up is because nobody's really what's the word? Oh God, I am tired. What's the word? It's not capitulated. Capitalised. No one's really capitalised on the fact that Newcastle are doing badly. They've got a massive game on Saturday against Watford, and if they win that, they're right in the race to staying up. So Newcastle really should be cut adrift with how many points they've got. Normally, if you want to definitely stay up, you need to get 40 points. I think this year you might stay up with 32, which is ridiculous. But Arsenal are defending quite well now because they're parking the bus. Have you had your own football team filled only with musicians or actors? Who would be your front 2, 3? If you had your own football team filled with only musicians or actors, who would be front 3? But I don't know, James, because I don't know how good they are at football. Spencer says, who is the one who spread lies about Ronaldo wanting to leave the club and the rest bullshit? Why these people are not held accountable for spreading shite, says Spencer. Because most footballers have got relationships, or their agents have got relationships with people in the media who they can leak a story to and, you know, probably get paid for. Lennon and McCartney up front, says Pip. Liverpool pushing here. Well, it has become a game of defence against attack, and if Arsenal could hold out and get a 1-0 loss and take it back to the Emirates, I think they'd be over the moon. If they could get a 0-0, they'd be ecstatic, because it is 2 legs, remember. And Liverpool still won't have Mane and Salah next Thursday as well. Liverpool, of course, playing against 10 men. Xhaka sent off. I'd say 50-50. Some people thought it was a red, some people didn't. I mean, what I would say, it's not what I would say about the red card, whether you think it's a red card or not, it's not an injustice red card. I mean, there's definitely a case to send him off if you want to. I just think in the spirit of the game, it was a bit soft. Stick 'em up, punk. Have you seen No Way Home? Film of the year, says George Ramos. It's Spider-Man, isn't it? No, yeah. I thought it was going to be something good. I haven't seen the Kingsman movie yet. I do want to see it. Got sent off just to watch Mark's Watchalong, says Granit Xhaka. England will be playing Italy-Germany in June, says Ibrahim. What, in a friendly? Dune was a good film. Here's Matip. He likes to run forward, Matip. If I had to choose between Liverpool and Arsenal, I actually don't. I wouldn't say I don't care, but I really don't have a preference. Liverpool are Man United's biggest rival, so I really should want Arsenal to win. But I think if Arsenal win, they just become so unbearable as their fan base, don't they? Can you share a funny, embarrassing case you were on during the detective days? Says Harry Bain. Not really, unfortunately. And Liverpool dominating the game. Well, they're going to. It's defence against attack. They've got an extra man and they're at home. Good cross. Back post here. Robertson, what's he going to do? Cross to the back post. Gabriel heads it away. Watch Birdemic. It's a beautiful masterpiece of art, says Red Baron. Thank you very much. Away goals, I don't think they do count. I might be wrong on that. I might be wrong. I might be right. Scooby-Doo! 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 How are you? I'm having a stretch, really, showing off my tartan pyjama bottoms. Somebody thought it was a skirt. As if I'd wear a bloody skirt on a stream. There's no away goals, says Retro. Thanks very much, mate. Cheers, mates. Thanks, mates. So we're nearly at half time here. I'm actually excited about half time. World Current 11. Get ready to go with that one. I've just seen a tweet saying, put Roy Keane and Ruud van Nistelrooy into our team and we'll challenge for titles. Did nobody tell that person that we've already got Ronaldo? Why would you want another world-class striker? I don't know how good Middlesbrough are, Matthew Richardson, but is it Chris Wilder who's the manager now? Be just normal workaholic Middlesbrough, won't it? I thought Woodgate was the manager. Did he get sacked? Corner for Arsenal, headed away. Imagine if Arsenal scored. Bloody hell. Poached, scrambled or fried? Is it just me or do poached eggs seem posh? I love poached eggs, Philip. They are my favourite eggs. I used to love a steak dinner on a Saturday night with chips and a poached egg, baked beans and mushrooms. Oh, love it. And a piece of bread and butter. I don't know what that makes me, but it makes me happy. I'm crap at making poached eggs though. I have to get the wife to do it. I can do scrambled eggs and I can do a fried egg. Oh! No, gone for a goal kick. Cross for Arsenal there. Nando's, I've only ever been about twice in my life. I don't mind it. My favourite place at the moment in relation to sort of chain food is Wagamama's. I really like Wagamama's. I like the steamed buns with the pork meat in it. Lovely. And then I have the katsu curry. Godfather 1 or 2, says Mike. I want to watch them again. I always like watching them over the space of a week, but I've got so much to watch at the moment. I'd say the first one, yeah. Chicken katsu is the bomb. It is very nice, yes. Arsenal have had the most red cards since Arteta was appointed in 2019. 13 compared to Southampton, who were second with 8. Here's a good one. Who's your favourite superhero, says Ronak? I've never been asked that before, and it's a great question. Great question by Ronak. Who's your favourite superhero? My favourite superhero is probably Batman. I just love the Dark Knight trilogy. I don't like Batman and Robin, bloody Adam West. It's all a bit cheesy, isn't it? But the Batman trilogy I just love. So I'm a bit dubious about this new Batman coming out this year. When's that coming out, the new Batman? Are there any good films coming out in the autumn, actually? Because we had some really good films come out in the autumn last year. But yeah, probably Batman. Superman I've always been a bit whatever. Spider-Man the same. I just like Batman. It's in March. Bloody hell, it's coming out soon then. Yeah, I'm a bit worried about the new Batman film because I'm such a big fan of the Dark Knight trilogy that you're like... But then again, Ben Affleck's done it, hasn't it? And it's not really detracted. You just have to sort of compartmentalise them, I suppose. Yeah, but the way that Christian Bale did it and Christopher Nolan, that was just so good. So good. And I hope that this new Batman series doesn't take away from that. Lacazette in the box. Mr. Tumble. Who's playing Batman? Robert Pattinson. You know, from Twilight and Harry Potter. I have seen Avatar, Sonny, a long time ago. It's got to be the longest gap between sequels, that. House of Dragons is out this year. There is some good series coming out. I think Batman's coming out. That's not a series. I think Obi-Wan, is that coming out this year? There's an Amazon Lord of the Rings as well. House of Dragons as well. So hopefully these will all be good. Twatlight, says Captain. Welcome to the Members Club, Squad Leader. Appreciate that. Who's your favourite YouTuber, Mark, says Mr. Gamer? Probably Dr. Robert. I can't remember what his bloody name is now. I'll tell you his name. Dr. Robert Campbell. I think that's his name. No, it's Dr. John Campbell. Yeah. I've just been watching him for a year. Well, nearly 2 years I've been watching him about COVID, so it's probably the thing I watch the most. Really boring, but there you go. Connor Farley, thanks for becoming a member. Please subscribe, by the way, bottom right hand corner. We're nearly at half time here. We've got 30 seconds. And then we're going to be doing current World 11. Come on, ref, blow up. Jacob Hurst, wouldn't wipe my arse on it, to be honest. And Tony Kroos at Man United would have more impact than Ronaldo, says Son. Did you see Ralph, he praised Donny? I've not watched The Vampire Diaries. Am I older than Incy? You cheeky bastard. Admiral K, I think you deserve a block. Do you know how old Paul Ince is? He's 54. I'm nowhere near that. I've got nothing wrong with being 54, but you're a cheeky git. You're a cheeky git. Bloody 55. What you on about? I look about... Well, I have aged a lot over the last couple of years, but I used to be able to get away with about 32, I reckon. Maybe not anymore. But 55. Bloody hell. These young folk, they've got no idea what you look like. You're in for a real shock when you start hitting your 30s. You'll remember this. Do you like Britain? Do you like Britain? Little Britain? Just watched it. It's hilarious. I preferred Come Fly With Me, but you'd never be able to watch it now. Wouldn't be able to watch it, would you? Have your family or relatives ever been annoyed with your YouTube work? I'm sure they have, Chand, yes. And I don't know what my body count is, Mario G. It'd help if I knew what it bloody was in the first place. What you're even talking about. Right, little bit of a stretch because my hamstrings are a bit tight. And we'll go flying straight into this. We're going to be talking about a world combined 11 at half-time because, to be honest with you, that game is 0-0. And unless you want to talk about the red card, which I think we've discussed it to the point of no return, do you think it's a red, Guy? Actually, we will just talk about it very quickly. Do I think it's a red card? It's a ball over the top. Xhaka's got to go for it. He's tried to kick it and he's caught Jota in the chest. Is he the last man? No. I think Ben White's going to get across. Is it intentional? No. Would it be harsh on Liverpool if they just gave a yellow card and a free kick on the edge of the box? Yes. Do I think those sort of things should be a red card after 25 minutes? No. I liked what somebody said. I think in those circumstances, it would be nice if you could just give Liverpool a penalty and keep them on the pitch. But the reality is it's a stupid bloody attempt to win the ball, but I think he's got to try and attempt to win the ball, and you know, technically it's a red, of course it is, but I just think it's ruined the game. You know, Anyway, let me just get rid of GXDDY. There's your last shout out you'll ever get, you twat, because you're not going to call people names like that. Knob. Head. Right, let's get on with the combined 11 for the world. What is a world combined 11 right now? And I'm not having people in it who are injured or not playing well. You've got to go based on form this season. At the end of the day, I would allow a Ronaldo to go in there, even though he's not playing particularly well at the moment. I think his ability, you can get there. What I'm saying is you can get there on ability. So what we're going to do, what we're going to go with. Goalkeeper. Who's the best goalkeeper in the world at the moment? Now, Donnarumma has been mentioned. Doesn't always start in goal for PSG. The goalkeeper that you liked in the Premier League yesterday was Mendy. So would you say there is a better goalkeeper than Mendy in the world? Yeah, Salah's not a goalkeeper, Joseph. Alvin blocks. Lloris is not better than Mendy. Ben Foster. A few people saying Courtois, Jan Black. I'm going to go with what you think here. Who do you think as a World 11 is the best goalkeeper? Now, Mendy was your vote for the top 4 yesterday. So I've got to say, Courtois is getting more than I thought he would. Neuer's yesterday's news. Don't be talking about him. You can't ignore Kasper Schmeichel, says Kasper Sommer. That's a good shout, actually. Kasper Schmeichel's a good shout. De Gea's getting a few shouts as well. I mean, De Gea this season. Dean Henderson says Samuel Luckhurst. Imagine the real one. I think De Gea is actually a good shout. I don't think he'll get it, but he is a good shout based on this season, and he is reputationally known as one of the best goalkeepers in the world. He's been fantastic this year. I don't think he'll get the vote, though. Right, I'm going to go with Courtois. He's getting most of the votes. Right, who is the best right back in the world at the moment? So I think you voted for Trent out of your top 4 clubs last night. Is there a better right back than Trent Alexander-Arnold at the moment? I suspect we're going to see Hakimi, but no, we're not. We're seeing a hell of a lot of Trents. Neuer is yesterday's news. What are you on about, Mark? Says Kushina. He's not the best goalkeeper in the world. I've not thought that Neuer's been the best goalkeeper in the world for the last 2 years. I don't think he's the best in the world. I think he's very good, but I don't think he's the best in the world. Sunshine Gary Neville, Lauren says. Gary's too interested in politics now. Wasn't interested in changing the Man United manager, but is absolutely obsessed with changing the Prime Minister. Trent is winning. Trent's won. Trent's your right back. There you go. So who are you going to have as your centre-back pairing? This is where you've got to do a little bit more typing. Who's going to be your centre-back pairing? Now, Varane couldn't be in it yesterday because he's not in the top 4, but I actually think Varane's a consideration. You had Van Dijk and Rudiger yesterday from the Premier League top 4. Who are your 2 best centre-backs in the world at the moment? In the world. There's a few Van Dijks and Varanes. There's a few Militaus and Rudigers. I think people are over. I'm just gonna. It's not for me to decide. I'll give you my team in a minute, but I just got to say I do notice from the chat there's a few people doing what they normally do, over hyping the La Liga. Like, I'm not having loads of La Liga players in it when La Liga's not even the second best league in the world. Like, hyping up La Liga. Don't think I'm not noticing it. Militao, Alaba, Courtois, Modric, Kroos. Phil Jones, says Jordan. Alaba and Rudiger, says Helmy. I just don't think Real Madrid deserve to have many players in at all. Ramos hasn't played, mate. You can't put Ramos in. Marquinhos and Rudiger, says Alfie. I think mainly I'm seeing a lot of Varane and Van Dijk. So we'll go Varane and Van Dijk. Happy to close that one off. And who's the best left back in the world at the moment? Then there you go. Silva and Van Dijk saying that as a United fan it hurts, says Lee Taylor. Scooby Doo, says Charlie Griffiths. And Cancelo's coming through a lot. A few Robertsons. Cancelo again. Yeah. Score prediction for this game, says Right Reese. I think Liverpool will find to win 1 or 2-0. Cancelo wins. So your back five is... I can't remember who I said as goalkeeper. Courtois in goal. Not so sure about that, but I'll take your word on it. Trent at right back. Varane and Van Dijk. And then Cancelo at left back. So Premier League back four. And then the goalkeeper is from La Liga. La Liga. Right, we're going to play a 4-2-3-1. So you need a number 10, but you need two midfielders behind them first. Who's your two midfielders in the world? Yesterday, out of the top four, I think you went with Fabinho and Kante. Is there anybody in European football that you feel would dislodge any of those? For me, there is a man. He plays for Bayern Munich. His first name begins with a K. And the end of his name is when something is irritating your arse. You've guessed it. It's Kimmich. Kimmich for me has to get in, not Fred and McTominay. But if I played Kimmich, I'd probably not put another defensive-minded one with him, but it's up to you. Kante and Kimmich would be amazing, Cucumber. I agree. Kimmich, says Max. Kovacic and Kante, says Lewis Hill, probably a Chelsea fan. McTominay's been robbed again, says Thomas Cooper. There's a few Fred and McTominays, but I don't think they're going to nick it. So we've got Kimmich and Kante is getting the most at the moment. So who's your number 10 ahead of Kimmich and Kante then? Somebody creative. Is it De Bruyne? Or do you think there's somebody else who's a better number 10 in world football? You could put Bruno there. He wasn't in the top 4 race yesterday. I wouldn't put Bruno there myself at the moment. But is there a better number 10 than Fanta Pants? The chat is open. Make sure you subscribe, by the way, bottom right-hand corner. Everybody's welcome on here. We're on the road to 606,000. I'm not going to lie, I'm seeing more Brunos than I'm seeing Kevin De Bruyne. There's a few people saying Messi. I mean, you can, yeah, it's your team. If you want to put Messi there and then do something else on the wings, I think that's not a bad idea. It's quite responsible. So if that's what you want to do it. If you want to do it, do it. Carragher said definite red, stupid challenge, says Butterbean. Carragher doesn't get everything right. Carragher said, put your hand in the fire. Would you do it? Can you check Seb for me, please? Let me know. Bloody hell, subscribers are churning away today. We're only 30 subscribers away from 606,000. So please subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. Get involved with That's Football. We're doing Chelsea against Man City on Saturday lunchtime. And we're doing Spurs against Arsenal on Sunday afternoon. Can't wait for both of those watch-alongs. We're going to put Messi as number 10. Messi has come through. Well done, chat. So, you've got Messi as 10. This is your team so far. Courtois, Trent, Varane, Van Dijk, Cancelo. Kimmich and Kante, and then Messi as a 10. I'm liking this team. Right, let's do your wide players. Who's playing on the right? Who's playing on the left? Put them both. Write a pair. I want to see a pair. Who's your wide players before we do your striker? Who's playing on the right? Who's playing on the left? I mean, surely Salah has got to be there. Who's the other one? Who's going to play off the left? You're going to go Salah and Neymar. You're going to go Salah and Son. Somebody just said. What did you do yesterday? I think you went Salah and... Was it Salah and Silva you did? Salah and Mbappe? Could be that. Vinicius Junior is being shouted out. Oh, it's the Liga crowd again. Well, look, Vinicius Junior is decent, but I don't think La Liga is. I think he's playing in a bit of a pub league. So, you know, when he moves to a decent league, maybe we could put him in. But... a lot of people are saying Vinicius Junior should be there. I just think this is overhyping La Liga. I really do. I personally think Salah and Proctor is a good shout as well. Proctor and Abe, if you know, you know, says Jay. Okay, so I'm going to make a decision here. And we've got... it will be Vinicius Jr. and Salah. I totally disagree, but, you know, it's your team at the end of the day. Who's your striker? Who's your striker? Lewandowski, Ronaldo, Haaland, Kane, Lukaku. If Carragher said to your missus, spit it, no, she don't. Oh, Chris, come on. Grow up, mate. Let's go. Like Lewandowski looks like he's going to get the vote here. I'd be very... Benzema, of course, Benzema. Brilliant suggestion. It's because I close my mind off to La Liga. I just don't think about it. Chris Wood says squad leader. Lewandowski or Ronaldo? We're going to close it here. It's Lewandowski. Okay. So, who's your manager? Is there a better manager in Europe than Pep, basically? Because you went with Pep yesterday in the top 4 one. That burger looks nice. I'd love a burger right now with a slice of cheese, bit of tomato, bit of lettuce. Your manager is... There's a few Klopps coming in now. Harry Potter. They mean Graham Potter, don't they? Keep them coming. Who's your manager then? Oh, a few people are saying Kante. Come on, I'm not getting a definitive here. Second half's about to kick off. We got Pep. Pep's your coach. Okay, so the second half's just about to kick off. Thanks, everybody. Absolutely brilliant. Really enjoyed that. I'm going to read out your combined. You know, this is your channel as much as it's mine. That's football. Please subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. We're only 20 subscribers away from 606,000. Second half's about to kick off. But your World 11 at the moment, voted through by your chat, was... Courtois in goal, Trent Alexander-Arnold at right back. You've got Van Dijk and Varane as centre backs with Cancelo as your left back. You've then got Kimmich and Kante as your midfield two with Messi in front of them. Salah on the right, Vinicius Jr. on the left, and Lewandowski up front with Pep Guardiola as your manager. I disagree on some points. I will tell you what I would change. I would have Ronaldo up front instead of Lewandowski. I would have... I'd have Neymar off the left instead of Vinicius Jr. I would keep Messi at 10. I think that's a good idea. I would play Kimmich, and I'm happy to keep Kante there. I think that's a good idea as well. I wouldn't have Trent at right back. I would stick with what I said yesterday. I'd go with Reece James. And I wouldn't have Courtois in goal either. I'm happy with Varane and Van Dijk, and I'm happy with Cancelo. I wouldn't have Courtois as the goalkeeper. I'll probably go with Oblak, to be honest with you. I've always felt that he's the best in the world. And my manager would be Klopp. So there you go. I'd change the manager. I'd change one of the wingers. I wouldn't have Vinicius Jr. I'd have Neymar. I'd have Ronaldo instead of Lewandowski. I'd change the right back, and I'd change the keeper. So 5 changes. There you go. But I think your team's very good. Well done again. Very well done. I enjoyed that one. We're going to do an outside the top 4 of the Premier League 11 next time we do a half-time chat, by the way. That was a good idea. Make sure you subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. The second half has started here. It's 0-0. I tell you what, I'm so used to seeing Donny van der Beek warming up on the touchline. I thought Donny van der Beek just ran along behind Tierney, who's taking a throw-in. I've just turned... Imagine that, Donny. Don't worry about me, Arteta. I'm a specialist sub. You don't have to bring me on. I just run up and down behind anybody. It's what I do. That's my job. I'm a sub. Minamino on the attack. Oh, I thought he bloody scored then. He's cross. Ad Ramsdale worried. Mark doesn't hate Pep. I just prefer Klopp. Decisions. I tell you what, I've just been... I don't know about you. I'm just so hungry. Do you ever have days where you're just so hungry no matter what you eat? And it's always on a day when I actually, don't want to be eating much because I'm trying to just, I'm not eating chocolate at the moment, which is a pain in the arse because we've still got, I found last weekend, a Celebrations tub unopened. And, no, it had been opened. It had hardly been touched. And half a Quality Street tin as well. So I'm trying to get the kids to eat it, but I don't want to be the parent who's just feeding their kids chocolate. So they're only allowed like one a day. But I'm not eating chocolate at the moment, and I've not had a drink all week because I overindulged at Christmas. So, but I'm starving. What do you eat as a snack? If healthy snacks. What do you know when you fancy a snack? What do you have? I mean, I always find I look in the cupboard and all I'll see is like cereal or chocolate or crisps. Never really been good at, or even worse, bread type baking goods, cakes or bread. Rice cakes. I do like rice cakes. They're good. Pork scratchings not so good. Sleep, says Giovanni. Berries just don't do it for me. I like a few blueberries on my porridge in the morning, but cheese, nah, I'm not really into my dairy. Oranges don't react well to me. Fruit, avocado is nice, yeah. Grapes are really good. I do like grapes. Baby carrots, said somebody there. I do like Snacker Jacks. Cookies. You could have a can of Sneak, yeah. That's not a bad idea. Give you a lot of energy. I wouldn't say you have it before bed. Toast and peanut butter is good, yeah. I do like a bit of peanut butter. Here we go. Saka in the box. Good play. Matip's played. Matip's probably been man of the match tonight, hasn't he? Take it from me, I'll be good to you, baby, baby, baby. Anything new you've heard on Zakaria? No, mate, I haven't. Anish says, being an Indian, we can have a 3-course meal with snacks like papri chaat, puri, pani puri, pakaras, samosas, dosa. Is that not all unhealthy food though, Anish? Because I do love Indian food. We had an Indian last weekend, and I had what did I have? 2022. I want to try new things. I'm trying to convince the wife as well. But joking aside, I had what curry did I have last week? I normally always have a tikka masala or a butter chicken, but I had, name me some curries in the chat. But I always get chicken pakora, which it's like Indian chicken nuggets, but they taste so nice. They're so nice. I'll come home and I'll have me fish, then I'll have fish, then just before bed I'll have a rice cake, says Vin Badar. Love the content, Mark. Glazes out, says Callan. Thank you very much. I don't know whether I had a rogue on Josh. I know. I'll tell you what. I'll be able to find out what I had. Did somebody say Just Eat? Or was it Deliveroo? Can't remember. I don't want to order again. I just don't know what I had. I had a Rogue on Josh. That's what I had. Which is alright, it's just a bit tomatoey. Love the content, I've done that one. Chicken korma. Oh, no. I had this argument last week with my daughter. She was like, I was like, one of them wanted a tikka masala. The wife wanted something else. And I wanted a Rogan Josh. And then the other daughter said, can I have a chicken korma? And I said, I tell you what, I may as well do you a piece of toast. She was like, what do you mean? I said, chicken korma. It's just such a... I mean, it's just so... It's so bloody... It's not... That's not... Chicken korma. It's so bland. There's nothing to it. It's like pathetic. It's a chicken pathetic, I call it. There's just no bling to it at all. Lots of people like chicken korma. I've upset the chicken korma crowd. I used to eat chicken korma when I was about 14 because it's the most mild curry you can get. I like butter chicken, yeah. Madras. I'm going to try loads of different curries this year. Yeah, because I do like Indian food. I think Indian food's starting to move ahead for me, ahead of Chinese food. I do feel like a Chinese every now and again, but yeah, I'm starting to move very much into Indian food territory. A pint of emulsion when I'm starving, says Paddy Dunn. Oh, that was just making me laugh my head off when I was on about the whole dip your chips in a tin of Dulux. You need to watch the video. I don't really know how to point you in the direction of it really, but it's a video I did today on my channel. It's like a reacts video. There's obviously some weird videos on the internet, and there's this woman who's addicted to drinking paint. So it's basically me just reacting to her story. But check it out. It's called Goldbridge Reacts to Strange Addictions. I've put it on the community tab actually on the homepage of this channel, and it's on my Twitter feed at Mark Goldbridge. Come to my house if you want real authentic Indian, says AJ and his dad. Where do you live? We're all coming round. I tell you what, they're worth their weight in gold. A proper, a good curry house is worth its weight in gold. There is a fantastic place. I'm going to shout them out. I've been there a couple of times, and I'm going to shout them out. And if you're ever on a night out, you want a few beers, watch the football, and have a curry, this place is great. And I'm going to tell you what it's called. It's called the Tap and Tandoor, and it's on the Warwick Road in Solihull. And they play the football. Beer's really nice. It's like one of those, like home. Everyone's like into these home, real ales and stuff like that. Really good pub and fantastic Indian food. I was pissed out my face there when I did my Christmas do actually, but we had I've been to a few do's there. Tap and Tandoor in Solihull, really good, really really good. But you'd have to be in Solihull to go there. But yeah, they're worth the weight in gold. A good curry house, and I'm sure you've all got them where you live. Masala Club, says Chaos. Would you rather have Timo Werner or Alvaro Morata, says Mario G. I actually do like Timo Werner. I mean, I know he's. Sometimes banter is banter, isn't it? Just because we say Timo every time someone misses, I actually do like Timo Werner. When he was at Leipzig, I wanted United to get him. Liverpool, Klopp wanted him, and Chelsea got him, and I thought it was going to be a good deal. I think he's a good player. I just think that finishing is a bit, lacking, isn't it? Good play by Saka here. Wins a free kick. And look, this game has become very frustrating for Liverpool because they're basically playing against the Park the Bus team. Hit on the break. Try biryani, says Sal. I do quite like biryani, actually. Max says, my favourite of your reacts is the guy who was in love with his car. Yeah, I think I like that one. The other one I like is the one who has the girlfriend that doesn't exist. That just cracked me up. That did when he was sat having conversations with her again. That was good. Anyway, cross for Arsenal. Chance to put a cross in the box. In it comes. Punched away by Alisson. I don't know why he didn't catch it, but he's punched it out for a throw in. I will be playing some games on Twitch soon that aren't just FIFA, but I've been very tired after Christmas and then had a bit of a virus as well, so sleep's important, isn't it? Jamie says he's impressed with Arsenal. Are you impressed with Arsenal tonight? Or is it the fact that Arsenal are parking the bus against the front three that is very, very much weakened for Arsenal? For Liverpool, sorry. Why do some of our United players come out about raising standards, then moan when Ranić demands it? P.S. Hen and Chickens in Birmingham, top curry. Is that, Reese, is that Hen and Chickens? Is that the one at the top of Digbeth? Because that used to be a blues pub. And you know, that used to be on my patch when I used to work in uniform about 15 years ago. I mean, longer than that, 16 years ago. And it was around the back of a side up a street next to that was it the Paragon Hotel? And from the front it looks like a really small pub, but then you go in there whenever there was any trouble, and it was bloody massive at the back. I will play a bit of Fall Guys, Amir. I like that. Yeah, make sure you check out my Twitch channel, by the way. You don't have to go and watch it now, but it is in the link in the video description. You can give it a follow now. Where's Aubameyang, blood? Says AJT. Probably at home playing FIFA. SS says, who's your favourite actor and actress? I don't think you can go wrong with DiCaprio. I don't think he's done a bad film. Although I haven't watched this latest one in Netflix, which apparently is a bit shit. And I'm not really intrigued to watch it. Favourite actress? Give me some. No, we're not talking about who you fancy. We're talking about, favourite actress. I think Michelle Williams quite good, actually. The girl from... she was in Dawson's Creek years ago. Well, Matip's just gone down here, but Saka will come away. She was in The Greatest Showman. She's quite good. Amy Lawrence is good as well, Formula. That James Franco film where he cuts his arm off, that's quite good. It's based on a true story. Kate Blanchett is a good actress as well. Someone said Sasha Grey. Yeah, she's great. Very, very demanding roles. Lana Rhodes. So yeah, my two would probably be Michelle Williams as my favourite actress, and I don't know, it's either DiCaprio or Lacazette. If you know, you know. This would be a very good result for Arsenal. If they can take a 0-0 back to the Emirates, they'll think they've bloody won the Carabao Cup. Liverpool will want to take... I mean, even a 1-0 though, because Liverpool will have to sit back on the 1-0 a bit, won't they? Which will invite Arsenal on. So, we had a Liverpool fan in the first half say it, and I think they're exactly right. I don't think that this result, this red card, actually helped Liverpool that much, because they're without Salah and Mane, and they're basically playing attack against defence. Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching Afterlife. I'm looking forward to... I think with Ozark, isn't Ozark separated across... when's the second half of the final season coming out for Ozark? Are you going to do some collab with Bold and Bankrupt? Who's that? Pickles on pizza. I don't think I've ever had that, Bennett. I mean, I've got to be honest, a pizza is not really... I'd say that's relegation tier takeaway. I'd love to do a tier list on takeaways, actually. If you chuck me a style of takeaway, and I'll tell you whether it's... We'll have what should we do? Should we do goat tier, good tier, okay tier, and relegation tier? And I would put pizza. I mean, pizza's probably an okay tier, to be honest. But I just don't... I never get enthusiastic if you know, it's a Saturday afternoon, we're getting pizza tonight. Should we put a rom-com on as well? That's how I feel. It's not like we're having an Indian and then we're watching The Godfather. Boom! What we're doing after that for the hat trick? Get the lube. Shout out to Gia. She's Leng. Says iMac. Okay. And curry for me is an Indian takeaway. Is a goat takeaway. I'd put Chinese there as well. Fish and chips. I used to love fish and chips, but I'd actually put fish and chips as a good tier, not goat tier anymore. McDonald's for me, it's bordering on relegation. I mean, again, I used to like McDonald's. I just am not enthusiastic about McDonald's at all. I'm tempted to put it in relegation. I don't know whether it's an age thing, the older you get, but I'm not feeling McDonald's. And I know that's controversial, but I'm not. KFC I'd put higher. I'd put KFC as an okay. I think also the older you get, the more you appreciate food, because it could be your last meal, maybe. And the quality of a McDonald's it ain't that great. And pizza as well. A lot of it's bloody dough, isn't it, as well? Wagamama's, for me, is goat. Nando's, I'd put as a good. So keep chucking them in. Goal! It's not a goal. Going back to the movies, you ever been into the Scream trilogies, Mark, as the new one is being released tomorrow in the cinemas? I like Scream, Joseph, and I really wanted to go and watch it because my oldest daughter loves them. But it's... she would be I think is it a 15? So good evening, Mark. How many games has Liverpool played versus 10 men since September? 6. Jenks gives us the answer. Well, Liverpool need to get a goal here. It'll be a very galvanising performance for Arsenal if they can just block Liverpool out. But at the moment, it really is. It's difficult to see how they're going to score because it's like watching Pep's Barcelona trying to score against Inter Milan in that Champions League semi-final. It's just absolute backs to the wall. And... it's very difficult to break them down when they've got so many players back. Thoughts on Wordle, Mark, says Sam. I struggled with it today. If you've never played Wordle, give it a try. I struggled with it today. It normally takes me about 5 minutes max, and today I was on it for about 15. I couldn't figure it out. And I think it threw me because of the double letters. But I like it. You know, I like those sort of things. AJ loves a Whopper. I bet you do. And Tactical Genius Arteta. Liverpool's the new Atletico Madrid. So many fouls, says Hem. This game is 2 legs, yes. Hi Mark, there's a great Indian takeaway in Solihull. I really enjoyed it. Says AO. Five Guys is... I like Five Guys, the monkey. I like Five Guys. I'd say Five Guys is good. I do like Five Guys. It's a bit pricey, but the burgers are nice. How many games this season has Liverpool scored after opposition got a red card, says the Red Wolf? I don't know. But they've nearly scored there. Minamino. He needed to cross that. And Henry Shepherd wants some help on his fancy Premier League football team. Tillemans or Mora, says Harry. Well, I will help you, Harry, because I'm going to have a look at the weekend fixtures for you, Harry. I gave up on fancy Premier League this year, and I respect anybody who gave up like me. I don't like giving up on anything, but I think with COVID and silly Friday night games again, it fucking did me over. Leicester away to Burnley, and who was it? Tillemans or Mora? Ooh, away to Burn. I'd go Tillemans. Yeah. Although, no, actually, I'd go Mora because there is no Son, so he'll definitely start. Tillemans is probably, he's a midfielder, isn't he? I would go Mora. I'd go Mora, yeah. Costa or Starbucks, says Logan. Well, I prefer a Pret, but for a coffee. But if either want to sponsor me, I'll happily do it. But I think I do prefer a Costa actually. I'm not really bothered, but probably a Costa. I prefer a Costa because he plays up front for me in United Stand FC. Woo! If you know, you know. It's a double week for Leicester this week, so go for Maddison, says Chris. Yeah, I gave up on fancy Premier League. I hate Friday night football. I can't stand it. You know why I don't like Friday night football? Traditionally, I used to go out on a Friday night, so I don't really want football on when I'm out. And but the real reason is Firmino. What's he doing? Oh, he's offside. The real reason is I used to love fancy Premier League probably 12 years ago. Get up on a Saturday morning, a little bit hungover, get myself a bacon sandwich and a cup of coffee, fire up the laptop, log on, and spend half an hour really having a think about it before 11:30. You get a Friday night game, you wake up on a Saturday morning to do your team, you can't do it. You're doing it for next week. And then with COVID and everything as well. Get in the bin. Get in the bin. Please subscribe, by the way, bottom right hand corner. You're very welcome on the channel. And we're very close to 606,000. So bottom right hand corner to subscribe. We are. Oh, Mr. Nobody, I'm going to give you a big shout out actually because you are a legend for what you've just said. He said, Mark, your My Strange Addictions video is classmate and I loved it. I think I need to do more of this. Goldbridge box. People really like them, don't they? Yeah, if you don't know what it's on about, I put a video up today, and it's on my channel. It's me sort of commentating on somebody who's strange addictions, and this person was addicted to drinking paint. So they got paintballed basically. So we've got 20 minutes to go here, and Arsenal are getting ever closer to what would be a very good result considering they've been down to 10 men for most of the game. Good cross. Oh, it's a big chance for Arsenal. Oh, what a save by Alisson. Great chance. Saka, really the best chance of the game, you could argue. And he's missed it. But it's a very good save. A very, very good save by Alisson. And Arsenal could have been in dreamland here. Absolute dreamland if he scores this. Watch it back. Lovely run forward. Kieran Tierney. It's a delightful ball. Liverpool's defence is all over the place. You've got to question Van Dijk there as well. Lovely cross by Tierney. Saka takes a touch on his left foot. And Alisson runs out and blocks it. Big, big chance for Arsenal, that. Best chance of the game. United Forever says, do you prefer Wan-Bissaka or Dalot? I like Wan-Bissaka. I'm one of the few fans who does, and I like Dalot as well. I just don't. I don't think football needs to be about I hate that, I like that. You're a knobhead, you're nice. You know, I don't. I think sometimes you can have two players and go just fight it out. You know, ultimately, I think the dream is to have 20 players that you like, and you're just like, he's playing well, pick him. You know, unfortunately at United, we've got most of the players that we don't really like or trust. Mark, please spread the word on Twitter. The owners of Birmingham City destroying our club. It's currently trending on Twitter. What have they done? Use code, because I'm quite worried about the women's team as well, because Birmingham City's women's team's got a lot of tradition. They beat Arsenal, like they're in the relegation zone, and they beat Arsenal. I watched it on the telly on Sunday, and he took the wrong pass there, Martinelli. He could have slipped in Lacazette. Lacazette's fuming. He made the wrong pass. You should call it Bridge Box. Short, sweet and catchy, says Jack. Kyle says they're pulling money out the club and picking it. Let's have a quick look about that. Hi Mark, what do you think of Newcastle's business as multi-gamer? I'm just reading what this is all about. I think Chris Wood is all about relegation fight. Well, I've just done a retweet for you about that BSHL out. So if that helps the cause, I'm happy to do it for a football club. That's football at the end of the day. It's not club specific. And when owners are taking clubs for a ride and jeopardising their future and damaging their fans, then we should all back each other. I think that's one of the great things that happened after the Super League, how everybody came together. I don't know nothing about the Saints takeover. You should call it Bridge. I've done that one. There's not been a goal, Kyle. So no, he says you're a goat. Oh, thank you. I thought he said what a goal, Mark, and he's not. He said what a goat. But no, I'm happy to help. I mean, look, I don't live too far away from there anyway. But even if it was bloody Inverness or Swindon, I'd still do it because I want, you know, football is our sport, and we have club rivals. As I always say, rivals, not enemies. If Liverpool were going into liquidation and had problems, I'd put a tweet out to help out. A lot of United fans wouldn't. A lot of Liverpool fans wouldn't do it for United, but I think football's changed, and I think it's changing for the better. Some people are reluctant to change. They want to keep it all hardcore. But the word hardcore belongs on YouPorn, not in football fandom. It's, you know, rivals, not enemies. I love the rivalry with Liverpool. And I'm sure Arsenal fans love the rivalry with Spurs. But it doesn't need to be about violence and abuse. La Liga might be a pub. And also, what does it even matter anymore when you have these rich people who are not interested in football owning your football club? How can you have... you know, the Glazers own Manchester United. Kroenke owns Arsenal. Like, the only thing we have in common is fans. La Liga might be a pub league, Mark, but barring a few odd results, English giants like United and Liverpool have always struggled against Spanish teams, says Adit. Yeah, but La Liga's shit, mate. I can't, whether you like me saying that or not, it's not. The best league in the world is the Premier League. Facts. Absolute facts. Champions League holders. Easily the best team. The only thing you can throw at me is the Europa League. Exactly. The Aldi Champions League. And stop. You can't come at me because of United. Wow, Villarreal beat United. What did I say about an hour ago? Liverpool, Chelsea and Man City are streets ahead of Arsenal, United, West Ham and Spurs. They are the 3 best clubs in the world by a very long way. And, well, maybe not the world. Maybe PSG or Bayern Munich might win the Champions League this year. But Chelsea, Man City and Liverpool are... If you drop them into La Liga, they'd win it by 30 points. Easily. Who do I think is the top 5 teams in the world at the moment? It's a good question. Who do you think is the top 5 teams in the world? Look, I think Chelsea can beat Man City. I don't think Man City will win the Champions League because I think they'll mess it up. But if you wanted me to say who I think the top 5 teams in the world at the moment are, I would say... I'd say it's between Man City and Chelsea. I think Chelsea under Tuchel, still don't think they've got the number 9 that they need, but I just think they're so capable. As a team, Chelsea are unbelievably well organised. I'd put Man City probably number 1. I'd put Chelsea 2. And third, I'd probably put Liverpool or Bayern. I think the 5th best team in the world. Look, it's only my opinion. Food says Bayern had beat Chelsea. Chelsea the champions of Europe. I hope Bayern Munich are decent this year because I think it will make it more interesting if it's not just all about English clubs. For me, I don't know who the fifth best team is. Man City, Chelsea, Liverpool, and Bayern are definitely the best 4 in the world. I'm not having this PSG hype. They should be, but I'm not convinced PSG are the 5th best team in the world. Over the bar there from Henderson. Hi Mark, love the show. Just wanted to ask if you think Liverpool got enough credit considering they've not fielded their best 11 since 2020. Says LCFCJ. I think Leicester are very, very, very inconsistent this year, and you'd know more than me as to why that is. They absolutely hammered us a couple of months ago. Saka's gone down injured now. Second leg is next week at 7:45. He's all right. Mark, facts. Don't care about people's feelings, mate. That's a fact, says Andy and Bruno. Inter could be the 5th best. I don't know. I genuinely don't know who the 5th best team in the world is. I think people will say PSG. Some people might even say Real Madrid. You might have a shout with Real Madrid. I don't know. I think until Real Madrid show that they can go deep into the Champions League, which I don't think they're going to, are they? Because haven't they got... Who've Real Madrid got in the Champions League? They got a really shit draw, didn't they? So, could be Real Madrid. But I think Bayern Munich, Liverpool, Man City and Chelsea are a long way ahead of anybody else. United Stand FC, give us a couple of seasons, we'll be up there. A lot of people saying PSG. Have you watched PSG? And I'm not even talking about this season. I think PSG. I think a lot of people say, "Oh, PSG." I've seen United wipe the floor with PSG, and Man City annihilated them. But look, what I would say about PSG is maybe you can give them the benefit of the doubt because they certainly need to be going deep into the tournament this year. I'm really looking forward to the Champions League this year. I think Man City are desperate to win it. I think Liverpool, if the league goes away from them, they will focus on the Champions League. Chelsea will want to defend it. Bayern Munich will want to get back involved, and PSG need to win it. So there's 5 teams there that really, really are going to want to win this. Cheese and onion crisps with milk chocolate, all washed down with a cold Chardonnay. Magic, says Mick Shelley. He's having a great night, Mick. Thanks for doing these streams, mate. Great for all football fans to come together and have banter and conversation. No worries, Logan. That's the whole point. Everyone's welcome on here. Make sure you subscribe, by the way. Bottom right hand corner, we're about 10 away from 606,000. We're doing Chelsea against Man City on Saturday lunchtime. Can't wait for that. And then we've got the North London derby on Sunday. Can't wait for that. Lots riding on both those games. 4th place battle in the North London derby. Potentially title battle if Chelsea can get a result against Man City on Saturday. It'll be difficult though. It will be difficult. And of course, United Stand on Saturday tea time. United trip to Villa. I think we're going to have a really tough game there. I think it's going to be a really interesting watch. Who do you think will win the Carabao Cup, says Mark? I think if Arsenal get through, Chelsea will win it. I think if Liverpool get through, it'll be a brilliant final. Good enough answer? The football says Chelsea aren't that good. I think Chelsea are a lot better at the moment. I think they look a lot better. So, watch out. Same Miasi, thanks for the super chat. And Tuchel does tend to do quite well against Pep, although Man City was superb at Stamford Bridge back in the autumn. Zane's loving this. Park the bus. They'd have had more chance if it had stayed 11 against 11. Cool. Grealish must be injured at the moment. I haven't noticed anything about Grealish in a while. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the football this weekend. I mean, cracking games, isn't there? Hi, Mark Goldbridge. Says Tiago. Hi, Tiago. Hope you're doing well. Oh, by the way, I've dropped the link in the video description for the Strange Addictions reaction video that I've done. I know a few people have been mentioning it. So if you want to check it out, it's only about 10 minutes long. Give it a watch after this. Cross comes in from Liverpool. Jota! Oh, what a chance. That was a chance. I just don't think he knows it's going to drop to him. The cross comes in, and I think he thinks the Arsenal defender's going to win it, and the Arsenal defender doesn't win it. And if he anticipates this, he scores. But I don't know what he's got no intention of trying to score, has he? He just he's trying to nod it down for Firmino. He should have tried to score. Thoughts on Bowen, Mark? England call up. He deserves it, Papa. He does deserve it. He does deserve a call up, to be fair. So we've got 5 minutes to go here. What did I think of Ronaldo's interview? I thought it was fantastic. Absolutely incredible, I thought it was. Absolutely nailed it. Apparently he's done an interview with ESPN Brazil as well. So there might be more quotes to come. Well, what this game will potentially become then is a one-tie game at the Emirates semi-final. So you'd have to say advantage Arsenal. A 0-0 at Anfield basically means that this game is redundant, and it all comes down to the game at the Emirates a week tonight. So it'd be an interesting one to do that. Would you take Xhaka at Man United? He gets too many red cards, mate. You know, you can't build a team around a player that's been sent off as regularly as he does. He just seems to get sent off way too much for my liking. But Arteta will be very happy with this. What do I think about Grealish being a United fan? John Terry was a United fan. Luke Shaw's a Chelsea fan. It doesn't really. It matters not. Yeah, I think Bowen deserves a call up. He's been fantastic this season. Cross comes in. It's a good cross and ends up with Ramsdale. What the fuck? The official Twitch count of Arsenal Football Club. They've got some lad in his room doing a watch-along. What are football clubs doing? That is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Luke Shaw, a Chelsea fan from Southampton. Can you react to more Sidemen videos? I don't really want to be getting views just off Sidemen, to be fair. It's a bit, I respect them. I think they're fantastic, unbelievable at what they do. Phil Jones deserves a call. I will do another one just for people. I know people liked it, but, I've joked with Jack, mate, with this from the happy hour. Stick Sidemen in your title and get more views, Jack. So, let's keep it to one every now and again. I think the red card has been a blessing in disguise for Arsenal, Barnaby, because... Oh my God! I think he's given a free kick on Timo Minamono. Timo Mino. That I don't know whether he's given the free kick here. Timo Mino. It's missed an open. Oh, for fuck's sake! What a miss. Basically, the cross comes in. Ramsdale goes for it. He misses it. And it bounces for Timo Mino. And it's basically a tap-in. It's a terrible, terrible miss. And, yeah. It's a terrible miss. I don't think he was going to give a foul. United would never defend with 10 men at Anfield to Sebastian Bodri. I think it always comes down to mobility. Arsenal's defence has been very mobile tonight, and I think the modern defender is very mobile. 5 minutes added on here. Will there be a late goal for Liverpool? They'd like to take something to the Emirates, I'm sure. Never going to be a penalty. Lacazette would love to dive for a free kick here, but he's lost it. Edge of the box. Still plenty of numbers back for Arsenal. They're into the box though. Curtis Jones, good save by Ramsdale. Not a great clearance. What's Lacazette doing there? Henderson wins the second ball. Arsenal jumping around trying to win free kicks. Cherney clears it away. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left, says Dream. Arsenal have defended well. Yeah, look, I'm sure every Liverpool fan, like every United fan, Chelsea fan would do in them circumstances. When Xhaka connects with Jota, red card. But you know what? The modern football fan actually needs to think a little bit deeper sometimes. I said it as soon as that red card happened, that it was going to destroy the game, and it has destroyed the game. Arsenal have just sat back, and Liverpool have not been able to break it down. I guarantee you, if Xhaka hadn't been sent off, this game would have had goals in it, and Liverpool probably would have won it. But people think, oh yeah, red card, we're going to beat them 9-0. And it doesn't often work like that. I remember Chelsea playing here right at the start of the season. Brilliant first half. Reece James gets sent off. Second half, it's just defence and counter, and it wasn't a great game. Naomi had met some cute girls in Jamaica and had a great holiday. Okay. Doesn't go to penalties. Imagine if it did go to penalties, even though there's a second leg. No, there's a second leg next week. I don't think Donny will be going on loan to Newcastle Bath. I mean, I'll be talking about it on the morning show tomorrow. I'll do a bit of research, maybe speak to a couple of people, but I can't see us loaning Donny van der Beek to... I just can't see us loaning Donny van der Beek. Second leg's a week tonight. Thanks everyone for tuning in, by the way. If you haven't subscribed, bottom right hand corner, this is the sort of stuff we do. And I will be doing a Super Bowl watch along on this channel early next month as well. So if you're into, or you're not into Super Bowl, or you are into the American football, it was an amazing stream last year. Into the early hours, into about 4 o'clock in the morning actually. And it was a great stream last year, so I recommend it highly. But we'll have Chelsea, Man City on Saturday lunchtime and Arsenal Spurs in the Premier League at the weekend on Sunday. 2 big games. Make sure you join us in the chat for that. Subscribe, bottom right hand corner. We've still got another minute to go here. Gomez switches it out wide. Trying to put a cross in. Seem a bit reluctant to put the cross in. They've gone back post. What a rubbish shot that is. Firmino keeps it on though. No, he doesn't. It's a goal kick. And I think that's going to be it. Minamino's crap, isn't he? He's a bit shit. I might do a watch along for the AFCON final. I haven't decided yet. I tell you what, the final whistle goes. I was just thinking there, I wish I'd said it earlier. It does make it quite interesting for the North London derby on Sunday because Arsenal will have had to work really hard in this game. But they have worked really hard. They've ended up with a 0-0. Defensively, they'll feel amazed. Look at Ben White. He thinks he's brilliant, Ben White. He really does believe his own hype. Maybe he deserves it. But good result for Arsenal, that one. They've worked hard. They've got the result. And it'll be a very interesting second leg next week. See what happens at Emirates. Are Arsenal going to make it through into the final? The only trophy they can win this season. So let's see what happens. They're tired. Tired legs for Arsenal. Spurs fans will be looking at that with interest. But a very good result for Arsenal. And a deserved result, really. Liverpool just, they had a couple of chances. But as I said, I think if Xhaka doesn't get sent off, Liverpool would have had more chances of winning that game. But, traditionally as football fans, we see an opportunity for a red card and we go, yeah. But it doesn't always work out because a team can just park the bus and then there's no space. So a red card doesn't always work, does it? Anyway, look, I'm going to go. Thanks everyone for watching. I've left the link in the video description. Please check it out. It's called Goldbridge Reacts to Strange Addictions. It's only been up a couple of hours. And all I'd say is I think you'll really like it. It's only 10 minutes long. It's basically me commentating on somebody who's addicted to paint. Sounds weird, but check it out. Links in the video description. If you like it, make sure you subscribe to that channel as well. But click it. Links in the video description now and tell me what you think in the comments over there. Thanks for watching. Speak to you in a bit.